Wow, what an honor. What a great speech, too. I got to start because we've heard a lot about your position switch from setter to libero, and Coach Cook told the story so well last week. Give us your perspective of that, and why was that such a monumental moment and year for you and your journey?
Well, I was going to set the record straight, and then I knew you were going to ask the question, but I did not say those two words to John. Now, I think maybe he believes I did because he could probably feel it like permeating from my eyes and my body language. But yeah, it was a tough time in my career, and I had spent 3 years as a setter, and we'd been number one for pretty much the whole season for 2 of those years, and I felt like I had done the work. But I knew that for the best thing for the team was for me to switch positions, and it took a lot. He's true. I did sort of disappear. Now, it was Christmas break, but I think I turned my phone off for, it might have even been more than 3 days. It was more like five days, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this. But I came back and knew that this is what I had to do. And I'll never forget, I don't even know if John remembers this, but in the press conference during the red-white scrimmage, he said, I think Dani's going to be the best libero in the country. And to me, that's when I felt that confidence. I knew that team was going to be special, and I knew that I could do it for the team. So it ended up being great. It's what led me into coaching. I had my best year, favorite year at Nebraska was my senior year.
We've heard a couple times mention the group from Adams and Freeman High School over there. How did growing up there and playing all the sports there shape you into the athlete and now coach that you became?
Yeah, well, the population has grown quite a bit. I think, it said like 600. When I was in school, it was more like 450. So when you grow up in a town that's small, you're really everybody plays everything. And so you really get to experience so many different teammates and so many different roles, and you can pick things up from every sport and the roles you play and the type of teammate you have to be. And so I always encourage everybody to play as many sports as they can until that point when you're forced to pick one. But it was amazing high school career.
At what point did you realize it was a dream of yours to come back and lead this program?
Well, I don't think I'd have realized it was a dream. It was more realizing that this opportunity could actually happen. And I don't know if there was a moment that it clicked. It was more just the conversations I'd have with John on the road, the success we were having in Louisville. It's like I just believed in my heart that someday that I'd get an opportunity to come back here. I didn't know when, but I knew that I would be incredibly proud and excited if that came.
He's told some stories about you here recently. Now that you're on the mic, do you have any stories you can tell us about Coach Cook?
I was trying to think of funny stories, and I'm going to save some of those, I think, to sprinkle those throughout the year. And since this feels like an emotional day, just one thing that, again, a lot of people don't know this, but my brother was in an accident where he fractured his femur and broke his femur. And John made it a point to drive out to our house and just sit and talk with him because he had a similar injury. And that really, again, speaks volumes of how much he cares about his players, not just as athletes. And now that I have a family of my own, it's like that time is so precious. And for him to take that time to do that, looking back, it meant even more than I even realized at the time.
What were some of the lessons and philosophies that you took away from playing and then coaching with him that you applied to your own coaching philosophies?
Number one, I think you all know that John is a continual learner. He was like learning to fly at one point. Now he's roping, and he's always got something that he's learning to do. And that goes with coaching too. He's always sending assistants out and himself to watch other teams train and to take as much as we can from those people around us. And that's something that's, I think, allowed me to be the best version of myself. Is I don't know it all. I'm always looking and working to get better. And then one thing John always has done at an incredibly high level is let those around him maximize their strengths. And I think that's so important in the sport of volleyball. When you have it's a team sport, the ultimate team sport. The staff needs to be the ultimate team and model that each and every day.
What excites you the most about taking over this program?
Number one, it would be Husker Nation. That goes without saying. And just the support every day. And then number two, I think this team sitting right here. And again, I want to thank them for the support they've already shown me in 7 days. And I know this is a really amazing team coming back, and I couldn't be more excited to get in the gym and get on the journey to accomplishing our goals together.
You played here, you coached here, you went away for a little bit. What perspective did you gain of the support for this program and Husker volleyball while you were gone?
You know, it's funny because it's not that I forgot about how crazy Husker fans are, but I think I'd put it in the back of my mind. And so I'm sitting here watching this setup and hearing about the buses to Freeman. I'm like, this is a bit much, but it's amazing. And just the fact that Nebraska continues to elevate women's sports in this country and the sport of volleyball and giving us opportunities to do things that haven't been done before. And Nebraska's always in the forefront. And it's amazing to be a part of that.
Great stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you.